Okay. And we're back. Resetting the computer, checking everything. Hopefully it's just a firmware issue, and hopefully, if I start hearing beeps again, I am going to throw my computer out the window.
Out the window.
Just straight out the fucking window. So, oh, sorry, I gotta get music back up and going. There.
It's my favorite song.
Oh, turn off the double audio. There we go. Okay, so we had our a break essentially, and you all had just come back from traveling out south of Knotsmead in order to entice a bandit group that's been terrorizing the area recently into attacking you, or at the very least absconding with some stuff to track them down later. Unsuccessful, and on the way back, Reginald came across an old person, a friend, an ally, an enemy, the devil himself, who knows, named Engelbert Dorfin.
That is the devil himself, Engelbert.
But y'all make it back to Knotsmead, unscathed, the carriage in perfect, pristine condition. And what are you doing now?
I think we all said we're gonna split.
Well, I know at least Aurelia and I are gonna go check out the manor again.
And Reggie went back to the inn, and Lestaborns is going to attempt to return the horses and make one other stop.
Seville and I are checking on the manor.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
That man's here.
Dude, I feel my throat, like that weird feeling in my throat back. I swear to God, if I'm somehow still sick after a week.
Oh, dude, that was my life the other week. Fucking awful.
Okay, things run fine. Okay, so who do we want to start with? I guess we'll start with Reggie. So you're looking to return the cart and the horse?
No, that's
Reggie's going to the bar to drink.
Reggie's going to the bar to drink. Okay, who's returning the cart and horse?
me, and then I have one more stop after that.
Okay. Then yeah, we'll start with Lusty returning the cart and the horse. We'll go and get that out of the way.
Animal handling.
Yeah.
All right, with disadvantage. 7.
7. Are you attempting to lead the horses back by hand, or are you trying to like drive the cart back in its entirety?
He would not get, he does not see himself skilled enough to get in and know what to do with the reins. So he's probably like standing in front of them, like trying to like tug them along, but he's too scared to do too much force either. So he's like, "But please, this way, please."
The horses just do not pay attention. They just stand there looking around.
Time to get rid of another. He's going to take out his rations and offer it forward as a bribe. Please, you can eat these if you just follow me. I don't know if you can understand me.
There's still a horse feed in the back of the thing.
I will do the horse feed instead because I forgot we went and bought that.
Yeah. Yeah, you have enough left to kind of like just like hold out to them and be like, please, please, please. And they do seem to follow with the offer of food.
I can imagine there'd be a few times where he try to move them without the food. They don't move a step. No. He has to have the food.
Yep. Have to have the food.
I'll take them back to the shop then and check to see if it's still open at this time of night.
You see that while the shop has no lights on, you do see the Goliath man who helped you earlier is kind of like outside just smoking on a little pipe. Back already.
Yes, it was a very productive day. Madam Bloodstone got to see the world, as you say it.
Bloodstone? Huh. Well,
is that a good hunt, or a bad hunt? Should I be worried?
No, not worry at all. Just names sound familiar is all. Anyway, if you have the horses back, where's the fancy one at?
The fancy horse?
No, the fancy one, the carriage.
Is it not with the horses?
Oh, I guess, yeah. It's a little awkward kind of guy like that, but yeah, okay, you'll see you got him to do that.
It's nighttime. It's really dark out. Like you
yeah.
probably only sees the bright horses.
Sorry, I think what I put in my pipe is too strong. That might be what's going on. All right. Yeah, just park here. I'll take care of the rest. I'll make sure to take a good look at it, and I'll find you if recompense. But I mean, 12 hours out, 12 hours out and back. It probably didn't see too much action, huh?
No, actually, it was mostly the most action we saw was the wheel got stuck for maybe a moment, and that was it. Thankfully, no damage occurred.
That's good. All right. Well.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye.
And Reggie will, not Reggie, Lesorens will turn on his heels and make his way to his next stop. If you want to jump somewhere else, you can.
Sure. We'll cut to Reggie drinking. What's Reggie drinking? What's he doing?
The cheapest shit on the menu.
Are you at the inn or are you at the dive bar from earlier?
I'm at the inn because that's where I told Engelbert I'd be.
True. All right. Let's say with a drink, it's just like 5 copper for a cheap shit ale.
I'm taking the cheapest and strongest, whatever like the middle ground is there.
That case probably be like 9 copper then.
And I'm sitting there like, bartender.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you the story of how I slayed a great panther?
You told me about 5 times already, but you can tell it again if you want.
It was a cold night in the jungle.
Yep,
Oh,
here we go.
God.
I had been walking for miles and miles, following the tracks of this beast.
Yes.
When suddenly, out of nowhere, about 6 or 7 of them jumped up on me.
Yeah.
And I was there, fighting tooth and nail.
Tooth and nail and claw. Yep.
I took... How'd you know about the claw?
You mentioned it 5 times.
Oh. Well, I have another story.
Is it about a panther?
Why, yes, it is.
He takes the drink and just scoots it back towards him. I think you've had enough.
Not quite. I grab it from him.
As long as you're paying.
And pay I shall. I down it in one chug, slam it back down. So there I was in the jungle.
Is all you're doing? You're just waiting for Engelbert to show up?
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, okay. It's not that long because you already kind of like on the way back. Took you probably about a few hours to get back, and sure enough, a little bit later, like probably after your like 2nd or 3rd drink, in from the cold, you see again very not like his stuff looks a little cleaner than yours, just a little more pressed, with the rifle like slung across his back. He takes off his little hat and he's like, Reggie, hey.
Engelbert, old friend.
Pretty nice. This is a pretty, not like crazy cool, but definitely like that old frontier, like, inn vibe. I like it.
Oh, it's a quaint town, and they're all super grateful to me. We slayed a direwolf in the woods.
Direwolf? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that sounds awesome. I killed a few of those a few months back. There was a big pack of them out in the, back down south near Tears Trove. Been a lot of hunts going on down there recently. You should come by.
I'll have to add that to my list, but I have a very busy schedule.
Oh, busy. Okay. What's next on the list then, buddy?
Well, if I told you, then I'd be spoiling the fun for us all, wouldn't I?
And he kind of like looks for you for a moment and smiles like, you get it. Leave a surprise next time we meet at the lodge. You're like, I killed this thing. I skinned it. Yeah, no, I get it. You want to keep it cool, but you also want to leave a little bit of mystery. Who knows what happened next? I respect it.
I've been thinking there were Feyan creatures out to the side of this town. It might be good to get ahead of a Fey creature, wouldn't you say?
Ooh, no, a little tricksy, but yeah. If you can catch
A
them, then
legendary hunt like any other.
definitely a different kind of hunt. And it's not like the wild beasts, like the wolves and the bears and the owl bears and stuff. Those things have spell casting abilities. They got tricks and all that up their sleeves. It'd be quite the hunt. But hey, you know what? If anyone could do it, puts a hand on your shoulder, you got it, buddy. You could do it.
Come, sit. Join me for a drink and perhaps a game of cards.
Yeah, sure. Why not? And he will sit and drink with you and play a few cards with you.
During the card game, I'm just gonna loosely name drop Aurelia Bloodstone as one of my traveling companions, and very, very not even thinking about it, beginning to say the name Bloodstone, you'll meet her later.
Oh, Aurelia Bloodstone? Bloodstone family back home?
Well, who doesn't want to travel with the great Reginald Van Buren?
I mean, obviously you're no slouch yourself, but I mean, a Bloodstone. I mean, that's some old time, old money kind of stuff you're dealing with. Wow, that's wild, man. You're basically traveling with a celebrity. Yeah, look at you.
And then we have this one man, Lestiborn's finest man I've ever met. An absolute machine of a man that can fell a beast in a single swipe.
In a single swipe, okay, yeah. So so, man, so it seems like you guys got a nice little party going on here. You got I mean, I don't want to intrude or anything, but I'm headed to Tears Trove. If you guys are heading to Tears Trove, why don't we travel together or something?
I would
second
never,
pair of eyes.
I would never force you to do that. I'm sure you have many hunts of your own, but you should stay and meet the group.
Sure, yeah. I mean, again, I'll be here for the night and all that, then I gotta get back out there. That Manicore ain't gonna hunt itself.
Indeed it won't. And if you need any assistance with that, I'm right here and I can see what I can do.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you're here tomorrow and all that, then we can do something like that. Let's see here. After Manicore, I gotta go out into the desert and hunt an Ankeg. There's also some Dune Warpers. Then I gotta head north to the mountains. Apparently there is some sort of a incursion of some little giants and all that up there. Gotta take care of that. I mean, I got a pretty tight schedule, but hey, if you need help, man, I'll drop it. It's not a big deal. It's just hunting, man.
Engelbert, what would I be without you? But you should probably go ahead and get your room situated. I don't want to keep you down here too long and risk you not getting a room at the inn.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Let me go tuck in a little bit, and I'll be back down. All right. And he gets up from the table, goes over to the innkeeper, orders a room, walks off upstairs to claim a room.
I want to talk to the bartender. How much for you to spit in that man's drink?
Oh my god!
Roll a persuasion check.
He seems fine.
20. He kind of looks around and is 3 gold.
That's some expensive spit.
Would you take a silver?
Yeah.
All right. I slide him a silver.
He takes the silver, puts it in his pocket.
To it.
And he gives you just a quiet nod.
We can cut away from here if you want.
Yeah, sure. I was wondering, he's I'll go to the barkeep. I'm what's he gonna fucking say?
Oh my god.
Cutting over to Aurelia and Seville. You guys travel to the Ash Manor to investigate and see if things have changed, remained. You see similar guards to the ones you encountered last night, and they allow you passage to check out the house. This is definitely dead of the night. This is around the time you would be encountering the spirits, the affectations, and both of you give me a perception or investigation check.
Okay. Okay, there it goes.
Okay, 14 investigation and a 22 perception. Look around the outside. You don't see the green light. You don't hear any moans or creaks from inside the house. Everything seems still. If what they were saying is true, and this is like every night or so stuff like this happens, you feel pretty confident that whatever evil has been in this place has been excised, and that is now safe to investigate inside.
I walk over. I'll just check on the grave area just to see if there's any activity
Sure.
that looks different.
Traveling back through the grave area, you come by the secret entrance you all found. Same way you left it. You check the two graves that were the mother and father who were disturbed. They are filled in still. Nothing changed about them. Everything else seems the same. Nothing seems out of place here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are the tracks still there?
Faded a bit more, but they're still there.
Okay. I will remind one of the guardsmen that there is a secret entrance to get into the house from here.
Mhm.
They need to keep an eye on it moving forward, or at least find a way to board up the entrance down there.
Sure.
Like they should, get in there and board it up when they go in and get the bodies. And then I'll turn to Seville. But I do believe our job here is done.
Yes, it seems to be a bit more on the quiet side now. Concerning, though, business with the kobolds, they're not known for clandestine activities of this nature.
No, and I happen to wonder if, as I had said before, were we to have found these thieves, I'm wondering if... I had this theory. I maybe should have spouted it on the cart ride, but I was a little anxious over the idea of having to play damsel. Either way, I was doing a bit of reading, and it seems some 20-odd years ago there was some odd happenings and similar lights and strange... We were told that at some point there used to be some fey activity around here, right?
About 30 years ago, there was strange activity, green lights, the sound of like strings and drums, like music coming from the woods. People would disappear every few nights, and then all of a sudden just stopped.
Also, Reggie's primeval awareness let us know they were Fae in the woods.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to recall.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you meant the research you did.
Right. Between Reginald's discovery of potential Fey activity, I myself went perusing a few books earlier, and I did find that some 20 to 30 years ago there was some similar sort of strange activity. Green lights, drum beats, missing people in the woods. To go along with the whole thing, now, Fey, I would wonder how tied in they are with the necromancy we witnessed, but there's definitely somewhat of a haunting around the town's history, it would seem. And I had half a mind to wonder if the kobolds were working for a cult, and potentially the thieves are a part of it. Not to mention that having seemingly dire wolves move in on such, well, undisturbed territory all of a sudden seemed a bit
odd. And no, I'm just thinking about. Well, there's no use trying to apply logic if they are involved, as you believe.
Possibly. But unfortunately, depending on when this train's arriving, we may not get to the bottom of this case, given the lack of thievery we were able to uncover today. Well, either way, it was a good training exercise, I guess, for this group, I suppose.
A fine stroll, if nothing else.
Yes. Well, if I may, To avoid keeping any sort of secrets, as it were, as it appears we'll be dealing with some with Reginald, I did mean to ask. I do believe I've overheard the once or twice, and probably from most of all in the instance of a investigation you all are on.
Yes.
Anything I could be of assistance with to that front?
DM, it's been a hot fucking minute.
Yeah.
Is
Guys are pretty hot out.
what was the
It's been cold.
symbol of like the assassins that nuked my order?
Oh, yes. Let me double check my notes real quick. Let me open this back up.
Yep.
Oh, that's the story we're dealing with.
Mm-hmm. Oh, why is it? Wow, I'm glad that for some reason when I open up LibreOffice, it just fucking makes it so it's the thing to grab and pull across the screen is over. It's like not even on my screen.
Gotta love that.
If I do that. Oh, nope. Oh my god. Close it. Close it right now. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh my god, this is bad. Alright. Exit. Let me pull up on my phone instead. Give me one moment.
Yep.
Okay. Alright. The emblem that was on the gear of the assassins that attacked were the image of a hand, kind of faded, like almost like a hand print almost, and with as gold coloring.
Okay. I pull out a small scrap of cloth that bears the symbol and hold it out and say to Aurelia, there was an incident some time ago. I don't believe I've really mentioned this, but I used to belong to an order of paladins, as it were, before what you see before you now. Now, this order was betrayed by one of our own, a relatively recent trainee who's since been dealt with. He knew startlingly little, given the nature of what he incurred. But this was the symbol of those who attacked us. Lesty there is helping me to investigate and uncover who this belongs to.
He wasn't a part of the order?
Lesty, actually a happy coincidence I ran into an investigator of his caliber. Don't let his demeanor fool you.
I would like to see if I recognize this logo from anywhere in my travels or family history.
You know what? I can also say you don't need me to roll. You have no idea what this is.
Yeah. Well, of all the various orders and groups that my family has had quite the dealings with in the past, I can't say I have any idea what this one is, but I will commit it to memory.
I appreciate you.
And I do express my regrets for what happened to your guild.
I appreciate it, thank you.
Well, then.
But-
Shall we, I guess, return and retire for the evening?
Absolutely. First order of business tomorrow will be getting a time frame for when that train will be ready for us.
Yes.
Hopefully we can at least wrap some more of these tasks up.
Yes, if possible. I'll head back to the Wayfarers Guild and make sure to collect our reward again for this particular task.
Oh, thank you. I'll make my way back then.
Okay. I'll head to the Wayfarers Guild. I don't believe... What proof did we need to have? I imagine the guards have already bugged about. So
Yeah, they
Oh, well.
they like after you told them that it's safe to go back in there, they went in there and gathered the bodies, remains of the Orthorn family, as well as uh, the guards that were killed in there.
I
Bring them
see.
out. So they have proof that the enemy bodies have been recovered, and yeah, this is proof enough to show that you have dealt with the problem.
I will return to the Wayfarers Guild, inform them of said proof, and collect the reward.
Okay, let's see. What was the reward for this quest? Upon completion of inspection and rounding of any issues, with payout to be comparable to hardships faced. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. What did I give up for this stuff?
How much was it for the last one?
Wolves
Full
were
gold.
20 gold per basically hunt you did.
Okay.
But for this is because it's more in depth.
I'll at least give a description since it was based on hardships faced. I'll give a description of the manner of fiend. I'll leave out the details of like the cult and stuff.
Sure. Let's see here. All right. So there's two pieces of this.
Ooh.
So, the payout in terms of gold is 120 gold pieces.
Ooh. Okay.
And inside the bag with the gold, there's also another piece. Make sure I got the right item for this. Yeah, search. Come on. Yeah. Please? Please? No?
No. 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 No.
Eh.
No.
Okay. And inside the bag there is the 150 gold pieces and a small
150 or 120?
Sorry, 150 is what it is. 150 is what it is. I said 120, but
Oh.
150. And all as well, you also see inside is a 1-inch diameter small ruby that has a bunch of edges in it, edges on it.
Good my. I'll keep this. I will tuck the ruby away, and then that gold does not distribute evenly. So let's see here. So it's 37.5 per. How would we do this?
The 37 would be 37 gold and 5 silver.
Okay, per person. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, I will take the money. I will pocket the ruby. I will thank the group, or the guild head, and then I will head back to the inn to find everyone to distribute our reward.
Sure.
With that, is everybody there at the inn now?
We'll cut back to Lesterborn's because he wanted to do something at the end. So this will be like between when you guys are traveling back to the Wayfarers Guild to grab the reward.
Actually, funny enough, Westbourne's is just stopping in to buy a coffee to go. And then he is, funny enough, making his way to the Wayfarers Guild. So he might like bump into them along the way.
Yeah.
Yes, that puts me in anything. Yeah, so I'll walk out, bump into him. Lesty, your reward for the meta job, and I will hand you 37 pieces of gold and 5 silver.
He'd take the gold and give it out of his head. Thank you. Just a simple thank you, and then he like go to keep walking.
I will head back to the inn.
How many? How much was it again? You said 20 or
37 gold and 5 silver, and then if
and
you
how much
go...
would the coffee have cost? Should we just say 5 silver to make it easy? Or
5 silver for a coffee shit.
I don't know.
God
This
damn,
is
that
Coffee-
coffee better suck your
coffee
dick.
good
is-
coffee.
I mean, coffee is not like a exotic drink, but it's definitely not like a common drink. I would say it would probably be in the realm of like maybe a silver for a coffee.
All right, that still works. It doesn't put me above cap, so I'm good. Puts me at 9 silver.
Well, you just convert it over to another gold then if you go above cap.
Yeah.
I know, but it's extra steps is what I mean.
Okay.
I just put in a floor and it's done.
Real quick, as the exchange of gold takes place and you start walking off, there is a flash of light far off in the distance, like to the west, and the sound of like a great like lightning bolt cracks through the air.
Oh.
And for a
It
moment of the
was-
day, it was clear. A little overcast, but not stormy.
I like stop kind of Lestaborn as he's about to walk into the Wayfarers Guild. Did you see that?
I heard it. He looks up to the sky.
Not a
Likely
cloud.
magic. It does not look like it would be from natural means.
No, it would not.
Is it our problem, though?
You're not curious to find out about where the magical lightning bolt went, investigator?
Okay. Out of character, I have to now clarify. Lestaborn sprints into the Wayfarers Guild, leaves the coffee on the table for the lady there that's like stuck on the overnight shift that they troubled the other day.
Aw.
Runs back outside. It does pertain to us, actually. I found some more evidence that means it might be part of our investigation. We should head that general direction.
You're so very cute. I will then.
He tucks his hood down.
That is incredible what he did with the coffee. I will go see if I know Sevil's already off to the inn. I'll go grab Reggie and see if I'll see if Reggie's there. I will dart across from the Wayfarers Guild into the inn.
Alright, sure enough, you see Reggie's definitely there sitting and drinking with another person. I describe him as a chiseled jaw, human male, coiffed hair, very clean kept.
Seville, I imagine, is here too. He was already on the way back.
Yeah, so are you just sitting at the table with them drinking, or?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Seville, Reginald, we have something to go take care of.
Aurelia! Come,
Yo.
come, sit.
Mm.
You must meet my good buddy here.
I'm afraid I must preemptively apologize. He was like this when I found him.
Reginald.
Come, you must meet my good buddy here, Engelbert.
Hey there, Aurelia Bloodstone. Hello. Engelbert Dorfin. I was also from Crowncroft. Not the big, family name, but we made our impact here and there with hunting and pelt trading and stuff.
I recognize his fucking last name now.
Yeah, I mean, you've probably you probably heard talks about the Dorfin family. They're a middle class, as middle class as you can get in Crowncroft. They're definitely like a. Whereas like a lot of your like corporate level stuff, they're like a mom and pop shop kind of deal. They're not wealthy, but they're not like destitute. They're just kind of cool dudes for the most part.
I'm kind of leaning back just a little because he's a bit overbearing. Yes. Wonderful to meet you, denizen of Crowncroft. We have some business to take care of. So if you don't mind, I'm sure you were part
Where's
of
Lesty?
He's with me where we're going to go take care of the business, Reginald.
Come,
He's actually
he
looking
must
through the
meet
window
Engelbert
right
first.
now. If any of you have the passive perception, you can see him in the window just staring inside at them.
Can I make a perception check with disadvantage because I am very drunk
Yeah,
to try to spot Lesty in the
absolutely.
bar?
Absolutely, go ahead.
All right. That's a 7.
You see like a strange mannequin outside.
I
Good.
usher it in.
We are going, Reginald. And I will try to grab his arm and pull him from the bar.
If we are going, then Engelbert must come with us.
I
Be like
don't-
reliving old times.
I don't think Engelberg is needed.
Engelbert,
hey.
what do you say? One last romp around for old times.
I mean, I don't know what kind of business you guys are getting into now, but it's kind of late, and I gotta get up early to hunt that manicore, you know? So, I think I'm...
Come on, when have you ever been a
It's
quitter?
very- we will leave your friend to it. It was wonderful to meet you. And I will start to like just stomp out, and I'm still holding his wrist, like trying to pull Reginald out.
What have you ever been a quitter?
Not a quitter, I just got my priorities, man. I gotta take care of the job.
He has his priorities straight, unlike you. I just start to walk him out.
Once I'm being walked out of earshot, and I go, "Can you believe that piece of shit?"
As we get out of the...
You know,
You were just being a doll to him. What in the world are you talking about?
I hate that man with every fiber of my being.
Other than being incredibly a bit ignoring personal boundaries a bit and being very, very
I would
Yeah.
describe him as earnest.
earnest, very earnest. Either way, he seemed fine.
Several
Yes.
talks with him, he knows that's a despicable excuse for a man, a shell of what once was human.
Just look at Seville. I'm like befuddled.
He seemed like just a guy.
He seemed like every other simple. He seemed like every other simpleton from Crowncroft who ends up finding out they're in the presence of a bloodstone he was awestruck. And I'm sure totally fine. But I don't like the attention, first off. And second,
My eyebrow cocks when you say that.
I would prefer you already drink. There was lightning. Do you look at the sky?
I look at the sky and I kind of fall over when I'm doing it.
You don't... I mean, for your blurred vision, you don't really see anything in the sky. You see the stars. Look pretty.
I
The
look.
guy's still there, Ori.
I look around for Lesty and I don't even see him.
He has gone down the road in the direction of the lightning.
We are going to follow him. There was some clearly magical bolt of lightning that headed off west, possibly in the direction of the manor. That was uncharacteristic, and I have every suspicion to believe has something to do with the strange wings
Engelbert.
about here. Oh, shut up.
It had to have been him.
I just...
He doesn't know that I had the bartender spitting all his drinks.
You're pitiful and disgusting. And at that point,
I'm disgusting. He's the one that's been drinking spit all night.
What
Tell
did he
Seville-
do to you?
I tell Seville to bring Reginald along. I'm not touching this man any more than I have to, and I'm going to rush off after Lestamore.
I'm already on the horizon.
I know. I'm
That is a
sprinting.
tale. I put my arm around Seville. That is a tale for another time, my good friend.
There I was in the jungle.
Never tell you about the time I fought a panther.
Yes.
5 or 6
6 times on the train.
We've known each other for just a couple days and we've heard all the stories already.
The one story 6 times.
There are more stories, they're not as cool.
You really seem to like that one.
Well, who wouldn't? There I was in the jungle.
I go back into the bar and I order myself a drink.
Drink to go.
Yes. How much is it?
Do you want just a regular shitty beer?
Get a coffee.
Yes.
That's just like
Actually, no. Just liquor.
liquor. All right. Probably about like
I barely know her.
2 silver for a nice liquor.
Okay. Okie doke. And I walk back out and join them.
I was still telling the story the entire time, thinking Seville was there.
Of course he was. I walk up, I see him still talking, I take a massive swig, and I just grab him by the arm and start dragging him towards Aurelia.
Who's already like sprinted halfway down the road.
Oh. So, as you make your way down the main street heading west towards the manor, I will say this, the lightning bolt seems to strike further out than the manor itself. That was like close to the manor, but it was like past it, like a ways out. But it was definitely a definitive flash of lightning.
It was right there.
It was not right there.
No.
But as you make your way through, you see some of the townspeople kind of like standing in front of their homes, looking out towards where the lightning struck, and all of them are like going like, "Yeah," and they walk back inside their house.
Cowards.
When Reginald approaches the rest of the group, he has a cigar in his mouth, smoking it, and he is using his rifle as kind of a walking stick
Okay.
to keep him supported while he's going through it.
Oh, he's going through it.
I imagine we just keep going, like until we.
Oh,
think
Westwards
we're-
does not stop. He's storming ahead. He's curious. You did this to him.
I'm gonna
I'm
keep.
assuming we're all just going until we get to the spot. So.
Yeah, I just assume we're all jumping until Westward thinks he's found it.
Can everybody give me a perception check?
Would mine be with disadvantage again?
Yes, it would.
All right.
Oh.
I got a 3.
Finally,
I got a 5.
Yeah, you're busy with Reggie. He's taking your attention. He keeps
Reggie,
tripping.
your vision's blurring. You can't see shit, and several. You're having to deal with Reggie. Keep bumping into you while he's trying to look around. Or really, you get the general gist of like where the direction of the lightning and all that. So you gotta know like triangulating where it is. But Westwards, you're locked in. This is your shit. You are locked in. And as you kind of like, okay, well, lightning was there, and depending on like the sound, and everything come through, it'd be that far away. And as you're crossing this like hill, you can see far off in the distance. In the thick of the woods, you see jutting from the like canopy a large tower that you were sure as shit was not there before when you walked out there for the wolf hunt.
Oh god damn it!
I am going to. Westwards finally does come to a complete stop, and he's going to sketch everything he can about this tower into his journal.
With the distance, but with 21, you see that it's dark, so you can't see make all the details, but you see that it's
Yeah.
pretty tall and has like 2 little turrets off each side.
He will make a note that it's very phallic in shape.
Okay.
But he's waiting for the others to catch up quote unquote, waiting for the others to catch up. He's engrossed until they snap him out of it.
I will eventually, I imagine being second, catch up to him.
Yeah.
That wasn't there before.
It was not. It's very
It's what?
curious.
Yes.
I'd say.
I'm going to see if I know what the fuck this is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I have any recollection of towers ever popping up in the past? I wouldn't say, though it doesn't have, not just to me, but like I guess stories I've heard. Like, man, I was walking, there's a tower there.
Was I trained? Was any of my training tell me about it?
How about this? How about you both can either give me a history or arcana check?
Oh, Arcana, please.
You pick a history or arcana, either way.
Yeah, no, that's I was saying
Oh.
because my history's a +1.
All right. Okay, so we have arcana and history. We'll start with
Advantage
Aurelia.
if it has to do with Fae.
It just I'll say because you don't know if it has to do with fate, it's not going to be advantage. But don't worry.
Okay.
14. I mean, tower appearing out of nowhere is usually a sign of either great good or great evil in most cases. A tower that can appear out of nowhere is usually associated with a powerful magic of some kind, usually cast by a wizard or some kind of like arcane practitioner.
It's a fucking wizard tower. I just like drag my hand up through my hair.
Lustaborns with an 18 Arcana, the flash of lightning you saw, the feel of the energy in the air, and the tower showed up. Oh yeah, this is not just a tower. This is a mage's tower. This is something that could travel across vast distances in instants.
I will make note of that then, and wait for, I guess, Seville and Reggie to catch up to fill them in. But as they are, Westerborns will look to Aurelia. Do we approach it? Or
We wait for the others, though I doubt Reginald's going to be of any fucking help.
Such is what I mean, though. Do we approach it as a group? Do we just leave it alone because it's just a mage's tower?
I'm sorry, did you say a mage's tower?
Oh,
Correct.
We must go at once.
no. Reggie.
And
Reginald,
Reggie's going to start walking in the wrong direction.
Okay, well, I'm going to still walk up and stop him. You two figure out how you want to approach it. Give me a moment. I'm gonna
Miss
walk up to...
Bloodstone, while I am very flattered, now is not the time for romance.
I'm going to stare him just dead in the eye. First off, you wish.
I finished my drink.
Second of all, I understand that you have quite the alcoholic tendency, which, trust me, I'm not necessarily shaming you for. But I would greatly appreciate it, especially if we're going to be working on jobs together and investigating, that you hold off a bit and don't try to lead when you're this far gone. I'd like to be able to trust you, Mr. Van Buren.
Ori. May I call you Ori?
Yes.
How am I supposed to know that the job's not done? I'm not supposed to be able to predict the mage's tower coming out of bloody nowhere.
Well, then just don't lead. It's a new job, but don't lead. It's all I'm saying.
Fair enough. I shall wait behind and shoot it from a distance, and I flourish my rifle.
Yes, in the event that we need you to. Thank you. And I will finally walk back to the others. Okay, so how do we tackle this? Do we want... Because if my theory's correct, and I kind of look to Seville, this could explain...
This could explain quite a lot of the goings-on in this town. Either that, or it's just another wide-eyed gawker come to this neck of the woods for some reason. You're probably right.
Correct. Okay. Who wants to go knock?
Westerborns is walking up.
He might.
I am following closely behind Leslie.
I will follow closely behind Reginald.
So the tower is out in the thicket of the woods. So it's gonna be you'll be trekking through the forest, but you know the forest a little bit.
We
Yeah,
can't
whatever,
get
Reggie.
lost if not by magical means.
Alright.
Which it is a major tower, so magical means are on the table.
Damn
Alright.
it.
So, as you enter the forest, heading in a direction, just swap the music around real quick. Go back to this new one. Because it's kind of a creepy night, and you're traveling through the woods to a mage's tower.
It is pretty dang spooky. There's magic. There's
Happy
Fae
Halloween!
apparently somewhere.
Um,
Happy Halloween.
Reggie feels at home.
so traveling through these... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, also just as a flavor note, since I get advantage in the woods, it looks like I've just kind of sobered up while I'm in here, because it's balancing out my disadvantages.
Yeah. He's surprisingly nimble for someone who's half drunk. But as you make your way into the woods, probably about 20, 30 minutes into this, the area becomes thick with fog. A mist seeps through. It's not standard mist. You can almost taste it. It doesn't taste like water. It doesn't taste like mist. It tastes like byproduct almost. It's weird. It's not like, it doesn't taste like toxic or anything, but this is very strange mist. Reginald, if you're trying to lead them to the tower, can I please have you roll me a survival check?
Sure. It's an 11.
11? Let's see. No, it's fine. As you make your way in, you've passed by that tree before. No, that was back 10 minutes this way. There's no way you could have made the same trip around. It has to be the booze. That must be what it is.
Well, my friends, this is the first time I'm ever going to say this, but I believe we're lost.
I just turn around. God damn it.
I thought you had said you never get lost in the forest.
First time it's happened.
I hate mages.
Agreed. Well,
Perhaps if anyone has any magical prowess, they might be able to see if there's anything going on or any clues that might lead us to the right direction.
Does detect magic work anything like that, Chris? Like, would I be able to use it in that manner, or?
You know what? Your whole thing is adapting and changing the flow of magic within yourself and around the area. So I would say you could probably try to warp your detect magic to kind of be like a pathfinder of some kind. You could give it a shot at least.
All right, I'll give that a try. You know.
Yeah, do that
Use a
and
spell slot for that.
give me an Arcana check. You're trying to manipulate the workings of this spell.
Oh, it was almost a 17. That's at least a 10.
10? Okay. With a 10, you get the feeling like it's doable. You get that faint bit of like, okay, this is what I need to do. And you're able to see the mist is flowing, and you can see like the wisp of it, like it's connected, almost like webbing almost. And it's going deeper. You see where they kind of connect a bit? It's very vague, but you're getting a general direction. You're like, you can go that way.
can I roll Arcana to help him? Or no?
No, because this is his view of magic. You can't really... Yeah, I would say not with this, no.
Okay.
Lesteborns would just start walking that direction then. How intersecting is it to the path that they were taking before? Like, am I just suddenly taking a left? Or like...
It's like a little off, like it'd be like 30 degrees off, you know?
So it's not even like we're walking towards the tower, like we're walking in a different direction. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, a little bit.
Alright. I'll try to help navigate then by using detect magic, but we have to get through it in 10 minutes.
Okay. I'll trot off behind him.
Alright.
We still move at full speed because of the favored terrain.
Because favorite terrain, so there's no impediment for movement. Reginald, I will say with Lusterborn's guidance, usually it doesn't matter how many advantages or disadvantages you get. If you have one and the other, it's a neutral roll. But for this, because magic's being involved, I'm gonna say roll the next survival check with advantage.
I love our DM.
Yeah.
16.
16? Okay.
I want you to know that it almost was a 1 and a 2.
Freaking drunk Reggie.
Making your way through these woods with the aid of Lusterborn's magic, kind of connecting the webs and all that. Reggie, you're getting your bearings now. Like the mist is fucked up a little bit, so did the liquor, but now you're like, no, this is right. Yeah, he's pointing in the right direction. It's a little more this way. You're kind of like getting where they're both crossing over, and you're navigating. And I would say probably eventually you start getting the hold of the track. And when the magic ends, you're still able to kind of keep that path going. You got the sense of it. I would say you spend about an hour traveling out this direction, and you see through the mist, it's thick, but it's just pierceable enough. You see the edge of forest, like you're getting close to a clearing.
I will point that direction then, and hustle, because I assume at this point it's almost the end of the detect magic.
You're already way past the end of it. Oh, I forgot that's not.
Oh, way past? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been like an hour, and it's only up for 10 minutes.
Oh, I didn't hear the hour part. Sheesh.
Why is this? I'm trying to open my fucking LibreOffice to get the thing up. Where is it? Oh my god, fine. Exit.
Can I roll Constitution or something and see if I've sobered up a bit in the hour of trekking through the woods?
Sure. Roll me a con check. I better get a natural 20 with this.
God damn.
He's used to this.
Being back out in your element, the scolding you got from Aurelia and all this, it's kind of brought you back to your senses. Like, oh yeah, shit, I gotta be guiding these guys to the forest. This is my whole thing. And you lock back in. You are able to like shake off the liquor. And sure enough, as you break through the clearing, you see in front of you a large gray tower with teal shingles. Goes up 3 floors. Look at a 3-story tower, and it has from the second floor 1 turret on one side, and on the third floor another turret. On the bottom of like the edge of the first turret, the one that connects to the second floor, you see a small like mechanical apparatus that's spinning and spilling out this mist that you've been dealing with. At the very top of the tower, like it looks like it's not like a pointed tower, but it's like a rook tower almost. You see it looks like a bird perch, but for a bird that you imagine would be massive, bigger than the direwolf you fought in the woods. And you see
How
the
threatening is the bird?
You don't see a bird up there. You just know that it's a bird perch.
That's not even an actual question either.
Oh. And then see at the base of the tower up a little ways, you see the doors are this mixture of wood and steel, and they are partially ajar.
Real quickly, I get advantage on int checks to recall information about beasts. Would I be able to run through my brain and see if I know of a bird that would be around the size to utilize that?
Yeah, sure.
That'd be int checks, a nature check or history?
Nature check, yeah, be a nature check or history check.
18.
18. This would probably, it's hard to tell without seeing like the surroundings of its nesting area, but size and spread, giant eagle easily. Eagle!
Reggie is now very interested. The giant eagle is one hell of a head to mount.
Okay. I will walk up, leading and up to the what seems to be a jar door.
Use the door, out the door.
And knock anyways.
Alright, you give it a nice little rap. Wait for a moment. 2 moments. No response.
I say we just go in.
I peek my head in. Hello?
Aurelia, do you have dark vision?
I do.
Right. So coming in shades of gray and everything, you see an expansive bottom floor. It looks kind of like there's wood on the inside, kind of like there's bookshelves on the far ends. There's a fireplace. There's a small couch covered in pillows. There's a rocking chair off to one side. That's what you can see from the entranceway. But you don't see anybody. You don't see any movement.
Whoever it is must have already left, I would imagine, given the state of the door, and assuming that nobody would come and enter, given the... And I just point around to the fog. Should we be intruding? I was hoping somebody
Absolutely,
would be.
we should.
I look at Lestaborn. Does he look like he wants to intrude?
Given the circumstances of the ajar door and no response, as long as we do not touch anything, nor take anything, looking to Reggie, I think it constitutes as being understandable.
A welfare check, if you will.
That is how I would put it.
We were just passing by and happened to be on the very edge of the woods, so we saw this and waited a while before we decided to come check on it.
Indeed.
Yes.
We need to make sure that the occupant is safe, and perhaps, who knows, they could be in trouble.
It could be all kinds of nasty magical properties going on in there.
And we're very concerned citizens. Right
Indeed
then,
we are.
we will walk in.
You sure do. All right, you walk in. Does any among you not have dark vision?
I think Ori is the only one with it.
I am the only one with it.
All right. So while Aurelia walks in and Vasey's able to navigate pretty safely, the rest of you are walking in and it's pretty dark. It's hard to make sense of anything in here.
I do have to apologize, though. I gotta go help with dinner now that it's
Yeah,
here.
we're
Oh,
over.
yeah, we're a little over. So we'll
I don't mean it to be so sudden, but I'm just
No,
gonna
no, it's
stop
fine.
this
Yeah,
now.
this is a good stop moment. We will
We'll
return this
explore
next
the tower.
session while you guys explore this strange tower that appeared out of nowhere. Ooh.
Maybe he'll have a map for it.
I will be
Maybe.
leaving this with my own wizard tower. As a sorcerer, I have laid claim to this building. It is now mine.
Beat his ass.
Dude, we're gonna beat his ass and port around the world.
I'm gonna
in a
kill his
wizard
bird.
tower.
All right, I'm gonna go help with dinner and then walk Shmi, and then I will be back. And if you guys still wanted to play that one game,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Till then?
Good game, everybody. Good game.
Yes.
I love how the only